Hello, I'm RetroJules, or should I say, hallelujah. The god-awful Tier 9 grind that is the Tier 9 Leo is over. Thank goodness. I now have the big gun. And is it worth it? Absolutely it is, and quite a few of you said stick with it, Retro, it really is worth it, and it is worth it. And now that I've got the big gun, I have found doing damage and progressing this tank is pretty much effortless. And coming from a light tanker background, this tank is such a logical progression from the Speerpanzer RU251. Now, with my grinding video that I did about this tank, I did come under fire a little bit from quite a few of you who said, why haven't you got Sixth Sense? I can't believe you're playing a Tier 9 tank without Sixth Sense. It was a brand new crew. I left a really decent crew with quite a few skills in my Speerpanzer, and the reason that I enjoyed that tank so much was because I had a good crew in it. And I knew that this Tier 9 tank was going to be a long grind and was hoping to pick up some skills on the way. So that is why you saw me play it without Sixth Sense. I had no crew skills whatsoever, and you know as well as I do, they take a long time to accrue. And I actually responded to a couple of messages, and then I think somebody came back and said, well, really what you should have done is put that crew into your Craft Panther and grinded out the Craft Panther to get your Sixth Sense, and then you could then roll out this tier 9 Leo with, as a minimum, Sixth Sense on your crew. Well, that's fine, but I only play for 4 to 6 hours a week. I do not have the time to do that, and if I would rather have the crew in this tank moan bitterly that it's a grind, but have that XP go towards this tank rather than that XP stacking up in my Craft Panther, which is useless, just to get a crew skill. So that's my mindset, and for those of you who thought I was stupid going out without Sixth Sense, well, that was the reason why. It was the brand new crew. But am I keeping this tank? Well, no. I do like it, but it's not. I'm taking this to Tier 10 because I want the better gun depression and I want the .29 accuracy. I can't help thinking that once you've got a little bit, because you're playing this and you're kind of playing ridge lines and I'm spotting, and it doesn't have the depression for that, and it's got an accuracy of .32, which is good, but for me it's not worth keeping, because I've got the French AMX 30 and they're very comparable tanks, with the AMX 30 having 2 degrees more of gun depression, which for me makes quite a big difference, but of course it's nowhere near as manoeuvrable and as agile as this is. So I am really looking forward to taking this to Tier 10. And from the beginning, when I had the really rubbish gun, I was playing this as a scout tank, as a spotting vehicle, and I still do, because it's so quick. So you can get to positions on the map very, very quickly, and if you're in a game and there aren't any light tanks, I am pretty much guaranteed to be the fastest tank there, so I take on that responsibility and that duty as a fellow scout. But you'll be glad to know that this tank now has Sixth Sense, I've got recon, and I've got repairs on it. And I could unlock another skill, but as I play this game, I think I'm about 50,000 away from unlocking the Tier 10, so I'm actually saving the crew XP so that when I get the Tier 10 Leo, I can unlock it straight. My crew will be fully trained. I will use that XP to unlock that 25% that you normally have to wait for before your skills come live again. So that's what I'm doing in this. I'm stacking up the XP, get my Tier 10 Leo, and I'm going to be straight out there with my skills and perks at 100%. So equipment wise on this, all easy, don't go down there because you would be a bit of a tit, and people have seen that before. Right, that's better. The equipment I've got on this, binoculars, because I do tend to use it to scout and spot. Optics, absolutely, because of the speed that you can travel at. And I've got a gun rammer. I don't seem to have too much of a problem with the dispersion on this tank. To me, it doesn't seem an issue warranting a vert stabs. I'll get the words out in a minute. So I went for the gun rammer just to get the reload time down because it's over 10 seconds. Now, whether I'll do that when I get to tier 10, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use this as a snapshotting machine or not. I really haven't decided. I've had it long enough, but I haven't had it long enough with this big gun. So straight in with the auto aim, and you would have seen sort of at the early stages of this game that I was relying on auto aim quite a lot, and I keep telling you that I'm trying to get out of the habit of it, and obviously I have not got out of the habit yet, but it's coming, because generally when I aim I get a good shot. I'll auto aim when I'm close, but these little snapshots that I try and take are just wasting ammunition and just not being any use to anybody really. So we are doing quite well in this game, and we were top tier, and I wanted to show you this game because I said I use it as a scout, and I spotted just under half the team, and I've got 14 assist ribbons already, and just need to add a few kills to make this quite a decent game. And luckily for me, I'm a little bit exposed here, but Arty are on the case, and they are trying to rain shots in, so that is going to keep these guys occupied. And now there's two of us, and of course between the two of us, neither of us really have the gun depression for this bit, and that Centurion absolutely does. And we're just down to the Centurion now, and I'm quite happy to eat a shot from the Centurion. T-54 misses its shot. Arty are onto the Centurion. I'm going to go in because I can take another shot from that. And it gets a shot in. And we finish the Centurion off. And pick up kill number 2. And break, Retro. This tank is fast, and sometimes I do end up doing rather stupid things in it, but I managed to break just in time, and we've easily got this game wrapped up. Waffle maker just round the corner, and something I used to do but I've got out of the habit, and I think this is because I just don't play regularly enough or long enough. If I'm going to go and engage a soft target, which is normally a waffle maker or Arty, I used to switch to HE, and I've kind of got out the habit of it, and I need to get back into the habit because the damage you do is so much more successful. But for me, a really good game. Okay, 1,700 damage, a really healthy just under 6,000 assisted, 80,000 silver in the bank, second class mastery. I've had no problems getting my first set of marks of excellence on this tank whatsoever. And finally, we're on highway, and we are top tier, hurrah. And I have to take my hat off to the matchmaker in this game, because the teams are identical. Not often that happens. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to play this, and we've got a scout tank, and the scout tank gets itself in a really good position at about F6 in the hedgerows, so I'm just going to wait up the top here to just see how this game is going to pan out. And immediately I'm thinking, oh, here we go, a whole team of heavies, they're all going to lemming train into the city. So I am more than happy, and I will be, sitting up on this ridge for quite some time until we know how the Reds are playing this, because I can guarantee there's got to be some tanks coming down that northwest flank towards the cap, and we have got no tanks out there whatsoever. So I'm just trying to blast a few shots from the top, and a little bit unsuccessful, and yeah, just realised I'm actually just a little bit too high up on the ridge. Where the AMX is just perfect, because you can just roll back after each shot. And of course the AMX has got better gun depression than me too, so it doesn't have to sit up quite so high. Just hoping that M103 would roll back. And this is me trying to carefully aim my shots, and absolutely nothing is coming of them whatsoever. And then I do an auto aim, and it works. Oh, there's just no rhyme or reason, but yeah, some of those shots were pretty awful and completely wasted. So, can I get a shot in the tortoise? Oh, nice juicy shot in the tortoise. And we've got a heavy saying SOS at the cap. Well, don't worry mate, because I'm not going any farther than this. I'm going to stay back and help defend the cap, because it's going to happen. I can't imagine we're going to meet the whole team all going one way, but it does look like the majority of their heavies have gone that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavies, 6, 7 heavies, 5 heavies, sorry, and a TD are in the city. So kind of roughly half the team. So I'm expecting half the team to come the other way, and lo and behold, at B5, a heavy starts rolling in towards our cap. So, not going to go with the lemming train. In fact, actually, I think quite a few of us recognised that there was a bit of a lemming train going on, and we kind of held back on that ridge. And here we go. We got 2 heavies and a light. And what a joy it is to be top tier in a position like this. Just need to keep an eye on that light tank to my right. And, oh well. I'm pretty sure I was going to hit one of those 2 tanks, whether they were moving or not. And a medium comes in to join them. And we'll take the first shot or second shot? I take a shot, either way. And I'm just going to try and come round the side of this hill, so they're not expecting me, and where the slope is slightly less, so hopefully I can use what little gun depression I have. And it's really nice because these tanks are all side on from where I am, so it's me and the heavy and a medium behind me, because our tank destroyer has been taken out, defending the cap. And it's a nice juicy KV4, so it's probably bouncing lots of enemy shots. And while they're getting frustrated trying to take out that full health KV4, hopefully I can just pick away at some nice soft side shots and get myself a little bit confused there, not realising there was a nice dead tank in front of that tank, and my shot was never going to go anywhere. T54 again. And I do like this big gun because again you get APCR as standard, and you'll have noticed I'm carrying 6 premium shells. And that was another criticism on that grinding video. You know, Retro, you've made it really hard for yourself. You've got no crew skilled, you've got no premium. You know, no wonder you're finding it a grind. But you probably know my stance on premium, and if I'm grinding a tank, I won't use premium until I've got the big gun. Once I know what the big gun is all about on a tank, I will then work out how many premium shells I think I need, and I will just use them when I need to. But I'm not going to use premium shells to progress a tank, because then I'm not going to make any silver, and I still need silver to buy whatever tank I'm heading for, which in this case is the tier 10 Leopard. Well, easily outspot the M103. didn't know I was there. That was a nice easy shot, and we pick up our third kill. And we've got a heavy down at J5. We know where 2 heavies are and a medium, and we know where they all are now, and this is where I move up onto the ridge, and I probably dilly-dally a little bit here. I should be steaming in to try and help that heavy down at J5 from a distance, because the other heavies are going in too, and we should easily have this game. And I'm not really sure what my thought process is here. I'm just sat up on this ridge, and I'm probably thinking, well, let's wait for them to come to us. But really, with my speed, I should have gone in a long time ago to help that E75 down there, because he's up against a full health IS3, and yeah, I can't tell you what my thought process was. I can only say it's a little bit of a dilly-dally thinking about what I'm going to do, and I'm going in now, but I should have gone in quite a long time ago to help. So yeah, I'm on my way, guys. I've had a really big think about it, and I've had a cup of tea and actually a glass of beer, because it's a German tank. It's probably a pint of Heineken, and I'm going to go in and help you now. That thought process is there. Sorry I'm late, but here I am. Can I get a shot? Oh, that's yeah, that a slim shot, and maybe I should have loaded up premium, but I'm probably thinking, well, I'm a tier 9 tank. I should be okay, even though I am a medium. But it didn't go in. IS3, side on like this. Any shot's going to go in from that angle, because those sloped frontal armoured plates are nice and flat to me. And we know where the last heavy is. One more tank to go. And this is going to be a nice, pleasing, solid game for me. 4 tank kills. Yeah, 11 penetrating shots. Well, I did hang back around the cap, and at the beginning of the game I did fluff quite a lot of shots. So that probably could have been closer to the 15 or 16 maybe, which would have been better. But there's the heavy. IS3, side on. Not even going to aim. Auto aim will do that. And yeah, just, you know, good tactics. I thought, read the map, realised that we'd lemming trained, held back, a few of us held back, we defended the cap, dilly-dallied a bit going in for the final kills, but second class mastery, 55,000 silver, and Retro comes top. Well, I hope you enjoyed me in my tier 9 Leo, finally playing and enjoying with the big gun, and I am accelerating this tank really, really quickly now. So I'm hoping very soon to show you what will be the tier 10 Leo. In the meantime, keep safe, keep tanking, and I'll see you soon.